With me now, former senior intelligence officer Andrew Borene. Nice to see you in person, sir. Thanks for being here. So there was a mission from the Department of War and a mission from the CIA, sort of intertwined but also working separately. Square that for us, if you can.
Sure. And I mean, what I want to start off with is just an education for the viewer, right? Our military operations in modern warfare tend to be special operations led. And there's 5 core truths or principles of special operations that we often talk about in the intelligence community or special operations space. The very first one is that humans are more important than hardware.
Right.
There's a couple in the middle, but the other one is that most special operations require non-special operations personnel support. And this particular really miraculous rescue in less than 48 hours highlights both of those 2 truths.
Right.
That we do. We will spend millions and sacrifice all kinds of technology and hardware to recover a single American. It's what empowers our country to perform amazing, risky operations.
The CIA was involved in some sort of distraction. Obviously, Iran was trying to get after this one airman who was there hiding for 2 days. Can you explain to us sort of what the CIA was potentially doing as the Department of War was sending all those assets in as well?
Yeah, and we want to be clear. The special operations personnel, folks like SEAL Team 6,
right.
Delta Force, Joint Special Operations Command operators that you think of from the movies, they are out en masse hunting and looking to make a recovery as soon as the person can be found. Keep in mind there's hundreds of other soldiers like Rangers, straight leg infantry on standby to support if something goes south. And this whole stack starts to build up with thousands of invisible Americans worldwide supporting the rescue of this one individual. And it truly is an Easter miracle. And so when we think about how big that support structure is, right? Now you have all these Americans in a very hostile enemy territory that right. If they're captured, we know Iran will not adhere to the Geneva Convention. There will be torture. There will be propaganda meant to embarrass and humiliate and terrify Americans as a result of a capture. I mean, this is high stakes environment. So now what we want to do is make sure that we can bring the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and the Basij secret police away from any U.S. personnel. Both are stranded aviator
right.
and the special operations personnel. And in the event, heaven forbid, this crisis or rapid reaction force has to get called up. Mm-hmm. And so I think oftentimes we kind of underestimate just how big the interagency joint team is in these operations.
So 155 aircraft, including 4 bombers, 65 fighter jets, 45 refueling tankers, 13 rescue efforts as well attached with all of this. How would you describe sort of how massive this was from the military side of things?
It's massive. This is the most important mission there is. We always bring home our personnel with honor. I say that as I'm a Marine veteran, but I spent decades working in intelligence and national security. There is no higher mission than bringing back our people alive and with honor. And I think it's really important because you're going to hear a lot of complaints. Oh my God, a C-130 was burned, or 2 C-130s, and a Warthog went down. I assure you, the aviators of those aircraft, including that pilot that had a ditch in the Persian Gulf, walks home with pride, knowing that everyone came home alive. For us and our values and our way of warfighting, right. That is truly the most important thing. Our adversaries don't fight that way. Our adversaries fight with suicide missions and torture.
So President Trump outlined this alongside General Kane, alongside Secretary Hegseth, and the CIA Director John Radcliffe. Mm-hmm. At one point, there was a rather light moment, a little moment of levity in the middle of all this. It was President Trump saying this to the general. Here it was.
How many men did you send altogether, approximately, for the operation?
I'd love to keep that a secret.
Okay, well, but I will tell you, the number, I'll keep it a secret, but it was hundreds and hundreds of these people. That's pretty good. Is he central casting?
What do you think we learned from the last 48 hours?
I think we learned that America has an unprecedented capability to move within 48 hours at this scale without taking a casualty. I think we learned that, and it is tenuous. These are high-risk, cannot-fail missions. And if there is failure, it could be catastrophic. If you think about what may have happened if this weapons systems officer had been captured by the Iranians.
Thank goodness.
I think it's, yeah, right. But I think it's worth imagining how horrific it would be to see him captured, interrogated, beaten, exploited for propaganda, made to make anti-American statements. That's what these adversaries will do. It's how they're trained. And our people are trained to return with honor and to rescue each other.
Best of the military and the intelligence community on display. Andrew Borene.
Thank you for having me, Blake. Really appreciate it.